this is contemporary orchestration, right? And in the curriculum, what do they call it when they have players doing all sorts of weird things like, they call it playing on the bridge or whatever. What do they refer to that in the syllabus or the curriculum, do you know? When you're writing outside the norm. In the syllabus, it's called extended techniques. Do you have that term down here? Yes, extended. Do they have that term, Jenny, extended techniques? There are some, it's a crazy term because every composer extends the technique somewhere along the line. And I'm going to give you an example. Cellos, will you just play a G, your open G, please? Now, for years, cellos just did that. So, they did, right? So, and for instance, in the opera, like if I asked her to play a G, would you play a G, please, Swellen? Va bene stasera la luna. Now down to a C. Down to a C. Oh, bella giorno. Back to the G. Oh, G. And people thought, wow, that's cool. And then Monteverdi came along and said, I'm over that. I'm going to ask you to do this, cellos. Da 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 da. Here we go, cellos on the G's, and 3 and 4, and taka 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 taka. And what did the cellos do? What do you reckon? They went on strike. They went on strike. Truly, it was in combattimento, and the violins were playing ya da 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 da. We just do a G major scale like that, violins, and 1 and 2 and ya ba 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 da 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 da. And the seconds went ya da 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 da, and the first went up. So we have a contrary motion, and we have da 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 3 and 4 and da 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 da. And the violas went on a D. Here we go, violas, and 3 and 4 and and the cellos led the strike. They were not strike. And Monteverdi, that's when Monteverdi wrote the famous document, little page. And he said, we have 3 things in music, we have now discovered a third. The first was that which is pensive, that is music which we think about that doesn't really deal with an emotion. The next is pastoral, which deals with outdoor things and life that is extraneous. But we don't have a music which is intensely emotional. And he wrote this piece called The Combattimento of Tancredi and Clorinda, which deals with a Christian fighting a Muslim, but they don't know that one is a girl and one is a boy. And they meet at a well. And they look at each other, they have their masks off. She's a Muslim and he's a Christian. They look at each other, and what happens when they meet at the well? What do you reckon, Abe? They fall in love, as you do, okay? Go into the well. So they fall in love and they depart. They put their mask back on and they ride in a different way. So to do that, Monteverdi did this. Can we just have G's again? So just open G's. Everyone playing an open G. And we're going to go 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, and D, da, 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 da. So Monteverdi did that. He called that the moto di cavallo, the movement of the horse, and the players were beside themselves. They'd never done anything which had tempo changes and meter changes. And then when they got to this, the principal cellist said, we can't play anymore. And Monteverdi said, fine, I will find someone who can. Guess what? They all turned up. They all turned up. And the piece lasted for 17 minutes. And it changed the course of operatic thinking, that piece, that 1 17-minute piece. And it's reported that at the end, audience was on the floor weeping at the incredible intensity of the singers. Because what happens is, Monteverdi, Clorinda and Tancredi fight, but they don't know who the other is. They just know they're warriors fighting, and he kills her. and takes off the mask and realizes it's the person he loves. Not a happy ending, guys. Not happy. That was a really important thing because there was a rule about operas later that they all had to be happy. In the 18th century, you couldn't go into a German opera house with a sad opera. So Monteverdi wrote that. Then he wrote another piece about horrible people called Poppaea, in which not one character is good. They're all vile, evil people, except Seneca. Now, the reason I'm saying that is he changed musical thought. He changed musical thought, how people thought about music. And composers are still trying to find ways of how do we change things? What do we do?